Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Spurs 9501. I know it's been a long time since we re-energized this channel, and glad I can be back and share my thoughts. I think, firstly, apologies for not being back for so long, but there's a very good reason for it, and that is there was absolutely nothing to say. Everyone could see what was wrong with Tottenham. Everyone could see there was not much hope, and everyone could see exactly what was going to happen with each and every game that we played. So I just didn't know what I could add that hasn't already been said before. I think the reason for coming back today is because all this optimism of I'm getting all my players back, and it's all because of injuries, and it's all because woe is me, everything that Ange said. Um, well, he's got his players back. He's got his centre halves back, which he doesn't use. He's got other players. He's got Son. He's got Madison. He's got Odegaard. He's got other players. Don't bother even bringing them on. So what can you say to a manager that won't put out his best team against Fulham, knowing that there is a 2 week break coming? Well, there's at least over the week break coming. What is he saving his players for? Was he saving them for that Carabao Cup final that he never made? Was he saving them for the fifth round of the FA Cup that he never made? Or was he saving them because thought he was so fantastic, beating a nobody and a nothing team called the AZ Alkmaar, whatever, from Holland, and thinking, wow, this means that we must be fantastic. Well, we're not, because we got roundly, soundly, and heavily beaten by Fulham, as to be expected. We were very lucky against Bournemouth to come back from 2-0 down. But the guy does not know the basics of football. He doesn't know how to put out a team. He was the Ange ball has well and truly gone, where we would be looking exciting, running forward, making loads of spaces at the back, and basically scoring a lot of goals as well as conceding them. Now all we do is concede them, look like headless chickens, don't know what we're doing in the front, don't know how to attack, we don't know how to defend. So what are we actually doing? That first half was like watching paint dry. Yes, we did get a bit better in the second half, but was it any surprise when Fulham scored? Not once, but twice, with the space that they had and the way that the team was put out. Was there any surprise? Was there any surprise to anybody that Fulham scored once Romero was taken off? Take off a world class, well, basically a World Cup winning defender, leave probably one of the best defenders in the country on the bench, and then wonder why you conceded 2 goals. I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. Any of you could have worked that out. I could have worked that out. What can we say where are Spurs going? Well, for me, it seems like we're going nowhere. We're going to finally play a team which is half decent in the Europa League with Eintracht Frankfurt. We may probably beat them, get into a semi-final, and then we're going to come up against bigger teams that we won't be able to even stand a chance against because Ange hasn't got a clue. And that is what we're going to call this today. Ange has not got a clue. Well out of his league. He made a really good point the other day where he spoke about himself being in the job for 25 years. He said anyone who's been in the job for 25 years will basically get the rudiments of that job and will basically be able to understand what they're doing, whether they're in a factory floor, whether they're in a CEO position or wherever they are. But they've been doing it year in, year out. They've got to understand something. Great. I absolutely agree with you on that. So what went wrong? What don't you understand? What is it that you can't do? I mean, I would put this another way that being on the factory floor and running Apple are two different kinds of jobs. Doesn't matter how long you've been working, even if it is the same company. And I think you're out of your depth, so out of your depth that you don't know what you're doing. The excuses are fantastic. Love the excuses. Blames everybody but himself. Blames everybody but the way that he puts the team out, the structure of the team, the team sheet with the players that he's got. So now what is the excuse? That's what people want to know. You spent months crying about injuries, crying about this, crying about that. What did you cry about today? What did you cry about with Bournemouth? Yes, we'll probably beat Southampton. Why wouldn't we? Everybody else does. And then we got a game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, which will be a real relegation struggle because they're going to want to get away from the relegation zone. And I don't see us winning that. After that, I can't see us winning many more. So 37 points, maybe 40 points this season, and we'll be safe. But 15 losses will turn to 20 losses before the end of the season. That's I can guarantee you that. And it will be the worst season we've ever had. And you know what? If he's going to stick with Handschweikers, yeah, mate, what the hell? Why not? Best mates with everybody. And that's where we're going. So where is this first team going? I'll tell you absolutely nowhere. Why was this channel so dark for so long? Because what more can we add that you can't see with your own eyes? However, I'm going to say this. We are going to be back. We're going to keep the pressure on, and we're going to make sure that we, at some stage in our lives, get our Spurs back. And this is not our Spurs. Thank you.